Hello and welcome back to our Glass Cannon playthrough, and we are here fighting the Botanians as a newly formed faction. And actually at the end of the previous episode, I kind of neglected to ask your opinion on the faction name, because, well, yeah. I think we can kind of tell that it's not really the best, right? I think someone actually did give a pretty fun suggestion, so we might change our faction name to that. But we're going to see how it goes, because maybe there's going to be some really funny situations where the faction name will come up, and then we'll just get a little laugh out of it, I guess, maybe. But anyway, I have changed my nobles troop tree to include thrown weapons. Okay, so that's something that I have been intending to do for a while, because a lot of people have said, hey, you know what, maybe maybe your noble units could use a little bit of a ranged option. And now here's the thing, the main reason why I didn't want to do that initially is purely for the fact that I thought to myself, well, it might make them too strong. It might make them too strong, and it might make it so that the enemy just cannot reach us, well, ever. And that's also something that I have been a little bit wary of with horse archers as well. A lot of people have been suggesting that I make horse archers, and I might very well do that as well. But again, it's a bit of a weird situation to be in, because on the one hand, and now this is what's really funny, I can't make myself too powerful, which is obviously weird, because generally in a game, in a game where you're trying to win, obviously I'm trying to win the game, right? That's the overarching goal that everyone is attempting to do when they play a game. They're trying to beat the game, whatever it may be, unless it's a sandbox experience or something along those lines. But yeah, anyway, point is, I'm very fundamentally trying to sabotage myself, which is very kind of weird and a bit counterintuitive, but that is exactly what I'm trying to do with most of my decisions. And that's a bit strange to me, to be honest, because as I say before, most of the time I'm trying to beat the game. Anyway, the reason why I kind of feel like maybe horse archers might not be the way to go is because it is indeed, at least in my opinion, making it much easier for myself. And it might then end up in a situation where I have a lot of very good horse archer units, and these horse archer units are literally going to just murder everything. They're gonna be so good. They're gonna be really good, and I think generally that's probably gonna be the reason why I might not, but we can always give it a go, right? Yeah, we can always give it a go. So I'm not against it. I'm not against trying it, because I think that generally a lot of you have had some very nice suggestions, and they've worked out in a lot of my series' favor. And if it doesn't work, well, I can always change it back. I can always customize our units in a different way, and maybe we can see what happens then. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to actually tell my archers to charge in here, because it feels to me like we're just not getting as many kills as we potentially could. Oh, actually, wait a minute. My forces... Oh, well, the enemy's forces are actually right upon us right now, so maybe I didn't even need to do that. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, so as you can quite clearly tell, one-on-one, the AI is staggeringly good. They are really good at what they do. They're good at blocking, they're good at dodging, they're good at, well, basically every single thing that you could want them to be good at. And that's actually really nice. In my opinion, you are correct when you say that, because there are a number of people that said, yeah, generally the mod does make things much better. Obviously that's subjective in terms of how the AI plays. And I agree, it does. It does generally make them much more interactive, more dynamic in their decision making, even if it's just in combat and things like that. And, well, obviously in tournaments, it's a little too harsh with the difficulty spike, but that is obviously not that big a deal to someone that doesn't really do a huge amount of tournaments anymore. But as I said before, if you are going to install the mod, I'd highly recommend leaving it until you are no longer doing any tournaments, and then maybe enable it after that, because as it is, going into a tournament with this, yeah, have fun, good luck, you know, it's better you than me kind of thing, because they are beatable. They are beatable in the tournaments, but they are surely not the easiest, that's for sure. Anyway, let's just see if I can take this. There we go. Take her prisoner. And now, this is where we currently are. We are in Botanian territory, and I was partially thinking that I would take, yeah, the nightmare that is Pencannock. Now, I'm looking at Pencannock right now, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, they have 500. What a wonderful, wonderful number that they have right there. And I'm thinking, oh yes, let's not do that. So I'm actually thinking instead that we might take the castle nearby, and if we can hold on to that castle, I might then be able to send units from the castle, or should we say, I might be able to form my own army there, and then launch an attack into Pencannock. Because as it stands right now, we're venturing rather far away from our home base, and as a result, it is making things much riskier than it might have to be. And in the castle, they don't have that many units. They only have about 220. So it might very well be much easier for us to do it that way. So let's try it out. We'll see what happens. And from the results of our efforts in the castle, we will either get a staggering defeat where we will run away very bravely, or I will, well, hopefully take it. And then we'll have an opportunity to launch an attack against Pencannock as well. Now, another thing that I very badly want to do is I want to try and get some vassals to join us. And so that means I'm probably going to be sending off some messengers to speak to some people. Bear in mind, I haven't really done a huge amount of letting vassals go. I've mostly been taking them prisoner and then selling them to the ransom brokers in a nearby town. And that is, that's generally fine. And, you know, I'm going to say, you know, I'm one of the first people that will say it's generally fine to do that for the most part. But if you're trying to persuade people later down the line, it is definitely going to be detrimental to your success in that regard, because there's just no way that people are going to join you very easily, at least, with a relation of 0, 1, or something around that number. You know, they might literally have even a negative opinion of your character, and as a result, it's just going to be nightmarish to try and get anyone to join you. So that's obviously something to bear in mind. So if I do send some messengers over to people, we might not have any success whatsoever, which is going to be very sad indeed. However, if I also try to recruit a couple of companions, because let's face it, I think I probably should try to recruit some more companions, because I would very much like to form some parties. I know a couple of people in the comments did actually suggest making some parties, and yeah, that's actually something that I generally tend to do quite often. However, the problem with my current companion setup at the moment is that I can't spare any of them at the moment, because all of them have a very important role to play in my party's composition, basically, because every single one of them has an important role or task to perform, and that's obviously a little bit problematic for making a party or anything like that, for them to venture out by themselves. Yeah, because then we're going to lose our steward or our medic or scout or engineer or anything like that, so that's obviously a bit of an issue. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back to our home base at the moment. And then we're going to see, hopefully I'm going to have enough units by the time we get back there as well. But yeah, generally what I'm going to do then is I will send off some messengers. As I said before, I'd like to try and persuade some vassals to potentially join us. So let's take a look at our friends, shall we? I was actually taking a look at my Berserker noble there, because I wanted to give them some thrown weapons. As you can see, they are now equipped with thrown weapons. 3 sets of thrown weapons, actually. Anyway, Britannia. Oh, actually, no, not Britannia, but we want to try to get vassals from Britannia if at all possible. So let's have a look. Do we have any friends? Yes, we actually do have a couple of friends. Amazing. Amazingly enough that we have some friends, right? Okay, so let's take a look here. Where do we want to go? Well, we probably want Urgion to join us, right? Oh, okay, no, we can't send a messenger to him. What about Melodia? I can send a messenger to him, so this is going to be good. Hopefully we will be successful in our negotiations with him. Or negotiations were short. Yes, there's a reference for you. Anyway, we are hopefully going to have our messenger come back to us and say, oh yes, everything is very nice. Okay, there we go. Melodia, hello there. Alright, Caladog is not worthy of your loyalty. Ooh, fantastic. Okay, here we go. Fantastic, very nice critical success straight off the bat, and now we're getting another 100% chance. Now, the only issue we're going to face is how much money we are going to have to spend. I don't have enough, apparently. Oh no, what? He's willing to join for 1. He's willing to join for 1 gold. Can he give me any money? Yeah, that's always me, isn't it? That's always me. I literally just go, oh yes, can he join us? Oh, he can. Oh, you know, and then I go, can he give me any money? Maybe he can give me some money. Anyway, I'm actually going to give him a little bit of money here, but he is going to join us with thieves. He actually has thieves, as far as I'm aware, so he doesn't really need anything too much. So we're just going to give him 30,000. Boom. And there you go. He has now joined us. And he has joined us with Care Banseth and Pendrake Castle. Wow, I'm actually super surprised. That was much easier than anticipated. Okay, so we have sent off another messenger who is probably going to arrive quite soon. This guy doesn't really like us, but doesn't really dislike us, so we might be able to speak to him as well, because I really do not want to besiege Pencannock, if I can help it. So I'd very much like to try and get that through persuasion. Okay, this guy's going to be difficult. As you can quite clearly tell, our first option only has an 88% chance. Okay, we have 100 here, and maybe I'm going to have another opportunity. Oh, nice, 97%. What? No, critical fail. Okay. Wow. Yep, all right. That's that done. Critical fail, a 5% chance instead of a 97% chance. That is kind of insane, isn't it? Yeah, that is kind of amazing. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do right here is we are just going to remove all of these things apart from the orchard, even though we are... Actually, you know what? Let's just remove everything. And what's one thing we really need to do? Well, we really need to get loyalty up. So I'm just basically going to let loyalty increase itself. And then we're going to slowly start building things. What about this? No. That's absolutely pointless. As you can quite clearly tell, when you actually start building something, your loyalty apparently goes down. And that's kind of weird to me. I'm not sure why that happens, but apparently it does. And thanks to one of you in the comments for actually telling me that, because I thought to myself, oh, it's because of this. It's because of festivals and games. Because you can see here in the queue, if you don't have that at the very front or the very top of your queue, then it's not actually giving you the bonus, which is actually kind of amazing. And I did not realize that up until this point. Can you believe it? Oh, yes. So thanks for that. Thank you for drawing my attention to such a thing that I should have realized a long time ago. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so let me actually just move on now. And what we're going to do is we will hopefully... Yes, we can now send a messenger to this guy. Alright, so obviously he has a, well, relatively low relation with us in comparison to Melodia. So it's highly unlikely that he will... Yeah, as you can quite clearly tell, 62%, and it was a critical success, and now we have 100% chance to go through and get his bartering screen. Okay, so let's see. He wants a literal 5,500. Okay, what a crazy guy. We're going to give him 30,000 once again. Boom. And he has now joined us. And Brunhilde has leveled up. And look at that. We now have Pencannock. So I literally don't need to do anything at all with the fiefs that I have ownership over right now. And I literally don't even need to besiege Pencannock. And that is a huge win in my opinion. I really did not want to do that. That is one of my worst fiefs in the history of me playing this game. And you may think, why is that? You know, why is that? Because, you know, I mean, some of you are kind enough to think that I'm actually not bad at the game. So thank you for that. But generally, yeah, Pencannock is a nightmare. And I've always had difficulties capturing it. So if I can, I will always try to persuade to get it. Okay, so ranged troops in your party gain an additional 10% of the total experience earned after battles. We will be taking that. And we have arrow deflection as well. You can deflect arrows with two-handed swords by blocking. Super nice to see that too. And we either have parade or public speaker. Well, public speaker could be very, very useful. You can see here, renown gain from battles is increased by 30%, which might very well be something that we want to go for. However, parade, as we've seen actually in previous series, parade is probably one of the most powerful perks you can get, because it does really make a huge difference to a particular town's loyalty in the short term. But in the short term that you're actually in that town or in and around the town, it's actually really strong, and you're going to be able to increase that town's productivity by a significant amount. So it's very much a case of, do we want the long game in terms of renown, or do we want the loyalty whenever we wait? Eventually we are going to get enough renown. See, that's the thing. Because if we take a look at, this is not the screen I wanted to go to. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see here, look at this. We are literally just clan tier 4. That is not very good. I would aim to be clan tier 5 by this point, by creating, you know, by, you know, the point of faction creation. That is generally a good point to create one. Obviously, clan tier 4 is perfectly fine, and it is acceptable, but definitely not ideal. So I'm thinking we'll probably go for renown here, because the loyalty bonus, while it is very nice, I think the renown gain is going to be more important in the long term. So we're going to do that, and I'm also going to be increasing my leadership just a bit more. I was thinking about getting trade skill actually, because everything has a price is calling to me, but we're not going to do that. All right. Let's go for more social skill. There we are. Okay, fantastic. So we are now going to go into this particular siege, and oh yeah, I should have actually instituted some policies before I invited vassals to join us, because now we may not have the support, which is obviously going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, what about tier 5 plus clans lose 1 influence per day and the party size of their leaders is increased? I mean, that's really nice in my opinion. Settlement loyalty, yeah, look, 0% support. Settlement loyalty is increased by 0.5 per day. In my opinion, that's just so incredibly powerful. Sacred Majesty is also really, really good. I'm going to go for Sacred Majesty just because it only benefits me, and while the non-ruler clans are losing a little bit of influence, I personally don't think it really makes that much difference. Let's take a look. What else can we get here? I only have 97 remaining, so generally I'm only going to get 1 more that I'll be able to institute. Town security increased by 1 per day. Could be good. Towns held by the ruler clan gain 1 loyalty and 1 prosperity per day. In my opinion, this is fantastic, so I'm actually going to be doing this. There we go. Alright, I think that should be good enough to sort of counterbalance the loyalty problems that we might be having. but we'll see in time whether that is indeed the case. Anyway, let's build our siege camp up, and hopefully we will not be intercepted. I mean, this is actually kind of amazing that we've gotten to this point, to be honest. I thought to myself we were definitely going to have some issues with the Botanians, but they have, for some reason, kind of disappeared. I don't know where they've gone, because it feels to me like we have just been completely left alone by them, and that they're not really participating in attempting to attack us or anything like that, which is kind of strange. I really have no idea. Anyway, I'm just going to get up here myself. Oh yeah, let me see if I can actually get there without dying. There we go. Okay, I am here. Where are the ladders? Oh, they're over here. Okay. Well, this is kind of harsh. This is going to be kind of harsh in my opinion. Let me just see if I can. Oh, nice. Okay. They're actually allowing me a good like vantage point here. This is kind of weird. They even gave me an opening. Strange. I wouldn't have expected that. Ow. Oh, that's the reason. Oh, no. Leave me alone, archers. Ouch. That really hurts. That hurt a lot more than anticipated. Okay, let me just shoot a couple out the window here. Yeah, because that's what it... Oh. What was that? Did you... Did I just phase through the wall? Where did I die? Where am I? I died... Didn't I die over here or something like that? Where did I actually... Now I'm confused. I think I died here? Yeah, this is me. Okay, so wait a minute. I was up here. I can't go inside with the camera, I don't think, right? Oh, no, I can. Okay, they fixed that. So I can actually go inside now. Okay, so yeah. Look. There are no holes here. I literally cannot fall through the floor. But I somehow managed to do that. And now I am down here. And I died from falling damage. Okay. That's definitely something that I have not seen ever before. The only time that I have seen phasing through environment is when I've been using the super fast mode. And generally, yeah, I can wholeheartedly assume that something is going to break in regards to the game's physics when you use super fast mode, because, I mean, it's not meant to run at that speed, so I would definitely assume that something would happen like that. However, I was not running it in super fast mode at this point, and I literally just fell through the floor. I mean, look, there are no holes here. Look at that. No holes in the floor or anything like that. That's really crazy. That is really crazy. That, as I say, that is the first time I have encountered something like that. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, we're gonna just let my forces do their thing. Hopefully, we will be able to achieve. I mean, I'm kind of wondering whether we will be able to achieve victory here at this point. It feels to me like my forces are having some big issues. Are you serious right now? Okay. I am actually a little furious right now because did you see the AI? The AI were literally thinking to themselves, how do I get up the ladder? They were questioning themselves about that for a very long time, and as a result, we now have to retreat because they just couldn't work it out in time. And they were just getting bombarded by many arrows. Okay, apparently every single fief that is nearby to Pencannock is completely cursed for me for some reason. It seems to me like it is just impossible for me to take anything nearby. I really have no idea why, but apparently it is, and I should probably learn to stay away from Pencannock in general. Note to self, next time you create a series, please create one in Crusade territory, because then I won't have to deal with Pencannock for a very long time. Oh yes, it's going to be all the way on the other side of the map, of course, and then just my luck, you know, if I join the Crusade or if I join the Sturgians or something like that, then generally I'm going to be, they're going to be declaring war against them or something like that, and then I'll be tasked with taking Pencannock or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, that is just my luck. Oh well. Never mind. We can, you know, we can make a, I mean, How am I supposed to go back there now? I mean, literally, the defenders are just going to have a massive laugh at me rolling up there again, and they're going to be like, oh, that fellow again? Well, he failed so dramatically last time, there's no way he'll be able to take it this time. Yes, indeed. Okay, yeah, so there is a vassal in there now, which is, ugh, that's also an eye-rollingly terrible coincidence. And yeah, so now we have 143 defenders to deal with. Wonderful, isn't it? Okay, well, let's try it once more. And if I die again due to some weird, you know, falling through the floor thing, then I guess I will have a good sign of things to come. And I should probably just leave it alone, right? Probably should just do that. Anyway. There are a number of parties coming towards me at the moment, and so I very much need to be successful here. If we are not successful, bad things are going to happen, no doubt. Okay, so let me just speed things up real fast, and no doubt we're going to have some issues once again with my AI friends getting up the ladders. I'm not sure why they're having so many... Look at this. This Berserker Noble. She doesn't know how to get up the ladder. It's bugged, I think. She is not knowing how to do it. And I'm now going to get murdered by a sledgehammer. That would be unfortunate. Okay, thank you. Oh. No, I got shot. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that is really bad. That is really, really bad. Okay, I'm gonna play as our husband, I suppose, and we will see how that goes. Oh, it seems like the AI is now actually starting to go up the ladder. Am I on the other side? Yeah, I think I'm actually on the other side. That's probably the reason why it's actually working, because it feels to me like the right-hand side ladder is bugged pretty hard for the AI for some reason. I actually have no idea what's going on with that. And you know what? Can I phase through here? I kind of want to phase through here because this castle is grinding my gears. It is grinding my gears really hard right now, and there's basically nothing left. Oh well, never mind. Let me see if I can maybe do something over here, because I'd like to actually see. Nice. Nice. Okay, there we go. But yeah, look at this. You see this? They're literally all walking into each other. As far as I'm aware, isn't the realistic battle AI mod supposed to fix the AI in sieges? Because from what I can tell, it seems to have some issues with this, and I'm not sure why. Bit strange. Oh well, never mind. These things happen, and hopefully I will not get myself murdered again. Okay, Kulan's doing a fantastic job right now. Seems to be murdering quite a few, as you might expect. But why are... Look at... What? They're unable to get in here. Are they vampires? Do they need to be invited in or something? You see this? You see my own forces? They're literally just standing here. Look at them. Are they stopped by this bow? Maybe they're stopped by the bow. Maybe they think to themselves, oh yes, this bow, it's impenetrable. It is making it very difficult for us to enter this door. Okay, yeah, this is absolutely cursed. No idea. Look at it. Look, they're just standing there. They're not even attempting to enter. Look at this. Okay. Well. Very strange. And the enemy AI is being very weird too, because you can see here, look at them. They're literally just walking into me right now. Very strange. I have no idea. They're basically giving up all pretense of defense, if you'll excuse the rhyme. And yeah, there you go. That is kind of weird. Very, very strange. We did get an extreme amount of renown and influence and all that stuff, and that's all very well and good. But does it matter if you lose, I don't know, so many units due to weird interactions with the game environment? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. We're just going to show mercy here. I will, should I? Should I claim it, or should I, you know what? I'm actually not going to claim this, because I'd like it to go to Aaron, because I think he's going to do a pretty good job. Oh, I should have actually stayed in the garrison. Oh, okay, thankfully this AI was literally just being really nice to me right now, and not bothering to attack me. That was super nice of them, because if they had, I think I probably would have lost any battle that, you know, transpired upon us right now, because that would have just been really, really harsh. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so the owner of Abkuma Castle is going to be, what, Melodia? Why Melodia? He's not close to, this isn't close to him at all. This is very strange. I'm going to give it to Aaron, of course. That makes sense. Alright. Yeah, anyway, it seems like Pendrake Castle has actually been taken, by the way, which is a little strange. Yes, Pendrake Castle has actually been taken. I wonder, has it been taken recently? I think it has. Yeah, I think it probably has. Anyway, okay, so we have now taken a castle, and I am now very wary to even go after Lanark Hen, because that is another one that is attached to Pencannock. Ooh, I should probably attack this, shouldn't I? Yes, I should probably attack Charas. Yes, that is indeed a rebel faction now. And that would be a very juicy target for us. So I will attempt to do that too. And we're going to just take a quick look at our diplomacy here. The Britannians are actually not even doing that well in comparison to what they could be. You can see here the Northern Empire is still a force to be reckoned with. The Western Empire even more so. And everyone else is doing relatively average, I suppose. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.